The USS Indianapolis tragedy, a tale of survival and horror. The sinking of the USS Indianapolis during World War II is not only one of the deadliest maritime disasters in U.S. naval history but also a haunting tale of survival against the elements and relentless shark attacks. The mission. In July 1945, the USS Indianapolis, a heavy cruiser, was tasked with a top-secret mission, delivering components for the atomic bomb Little Boy to the island of Tinian in the Pacific. The bomb would later be dropped on Hiroshima, contributing to the end of World War II. The mission was completed successfully, and the ship set sail from Guam to the Philippines on July 28, 1945. The Torpedo Attack. On the night of July 30, 1945, while sailing through the Philippine Sea, the Indianapolis was struck by two torpedoes fired by the Japanese submarine I-58. The first torpedo hit the ship's bow, and the second struck near the middle, causing catastrophic explosions. Within 12 minutes, the Indianapolis sank, leaving approximately 900 of the 1,195 crew members stranded in open water. Most had no time to send a distress signal or deploy lifeboats. The ordeal in the water. The survivors, wearing life vests or clinging to debris, were left adrift in shark-infested waters. With no food, fresh water, or proper rescue equipment, the sailors faced dire conditions. Shark attacks begin. The blood and commotion from the sinking ship attracted hundreds of oceanic white-tip and tiger sharks. Initially, the predators targeted the dead, but as the days wore on, they began attacking the living. Survivors described horrifying scenes of men being pulled underwater, sometimes in groups, as the sharks circled relentlessly. Dehydration and delirium. The scorching sun and lack of fresh water led many men to drink seawater, which caused severe dehydration, hallucinations, and madness. Some hallucinated rescue ships and swam away from the group, only to drown or be attacked by sharks. Exposure and starvation. The lack of food and exposure to the elements weakened the men. Oil from the ship coated their bodies, exacerbating their suffering. Survivors clung to hope, but each day brought dwindling numbers as exhaustion and despair took their toll. The rescue. For days after the sinking, on August 2nd, a Navy pilot on routine patrol spotted the survivors. He quickly alerted nearby ships and aircraft, leading to a large-scale rescue operation. Of the original 1,195 crew members, only 316 survived. The aftermath. The survivors were brought back to safety, but the trauma of their ordeal haunted them for the rest of their lives. The tragedy of the Indianapolis raised serious questions about why the ship's distress signal had not been acted upon and why the Navy had delayed realizing the ship was missing. In 2001, the Navy exonerated the ship's captain, Charles B. McVeigh III, who had been court-martialed for the disaster. McVeigh had carried the burden of blame until his death in 1968. Legacy. The story of the USS Indianapolis is remembered as a testament to human endurance and a sobering reminder of the horrors of war. It has been recounted in books, documentaries, and movies, including the iconic scene in Jaws where a character recounts the ordeal. The shipwreck was finally discovered in 2017, lying 18,000 feet below the ocean's surface. This harrowing tale is a chilling blend of history and horror, underscoring the unpredictable and often brutal power of nature.